Howdy, folks, it's Blinky here. And now from the folks who brought you the Professional Triers, Hot or Not, X-Lights Rundown, and Illuminosity, the game show, we bring you Blinky Flashy Lowdown, a discussion about making your holiday light show go blinky flashy. Now here's your host, Brian McVeigh.
Hey everybody, I am back. It is the third week of May, May 20th. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, or watching for that matter. Hi. I don't have a guest this week. So I kind of wanted to go back to how my first episode was, where I kind of did a rundown of all the sequence vendors. The list was much shorter last year. This year, the list has grown. I think I'm about 15 deep on my notepad. Don't forget to go to your Zazzle store and get your blinky flashy lowdown somewhere. There, it almost came in. Oh well, my green screen isn't working either, so I'm using a virtual green screen and it's not working either. So, anyways, Blinky Flashy Lowdown notebook. I got about 15 sequences on there. It seems like the sequencers are popping up like pixel vendors. Maybe we can get into a pricing war with the vendors and everybody starts dropping their prices for the digital copy that they have buku of. So don't shoot me. I'm just throwing that out there. Make it a little cheaper for everybody. That's always a little fun. So, but no, I figured I would just give a rundown of all the sequence vendors that I have. Some I've used in the past, some I don't. Uh, they're either new or just their type of sequences won't work with my display. As my display is growing, I'm looking for more stuff. I'm up to 3 mega trees now. Well, 4 if you count the one that's laying down as a special project for a photo op. If people up here in Montana want to get out in the cold and take a picture with the show and stuff as it's going. So I'm actually going to have a mega tree laying down with the pixels on the inside instead of the outside. So I thought that would be pretty cool. So it was going to be a secret squirrel project, but I thought it was too cool not to share. So uh, I designed it. Thank you, X Essentials. I'm terrible with names. I can't remember the gentleman that did the arch walkway. I know somebody's saying his name right now. I apologize. I don't have it in front of me, but yeah, it did. It cost me more strips, excuse me, and more pixels. So what's another 800 lights, right? Anything to make it go blinky flashy, and it's all for the people. They get a opportunity to do a photo op. Yeah, I'm all for it. So anyways, so the list that I have, there is one vendor that is not on here. He asked not to be part of this a year ago. I've pretty much stuck to that. I respected his wishes. So um, if you know who he is, then you guys can go there and check him out. But he did ask not to be involved with this a year ago, so I do respect his wishes, and we'll keep it at that. So if you're saying, well, how come what's his name isn't being named? That's the reason why. So, anyways, I'm going to start off with Pixel Pro Displays, and the reason I'm starting off with them is because I am in their club. Love Clyde and Robert. They do so much for the community. Just a pair of totally awesome guys. So they do so much. They put out X lights or effects packs weekly. I don't download them because I don't think I'll ever be able to sequence my own stuff. So I look at them, hey, they're neat, and then I move on and start mapping, and that's fun enough. So and with all of these sequencers that are out there, prices range. They can go in the excess of $150 to I think $20, $15, $10. So some are really inexpensive, and then, like I said, it's a digital copy. They got a ton of them. It just takes the amount of time to actually do the sequence, which I hear can get up into the 40, 60 hours to do a good job on it and stuff. So, but I do use Pixel Pro displays probably the most out of anybody. There are some out there that I wanted to use last year that I never got to. Mike and Diana Stoffergen with Showstopper sequences do an awesome job. I did want to get into some of their sequences. I do have Christmas Chronicles already downloaded. I got to find it. But I do want to get some of their sequences as well, especially with them changing kind of the layout. It's not as intimidating to me because of how, he does his house. And I'm not going to say what kind of house it is because I'm going to call it the wrong thing, but he went more to a standard looking house that doesn't intimidate me when I go to look at it. So, but yeah, and there's a lot more out there that I do want to try this year, see how they do, see how they work on my layout and stuff. So, I'm not going to give opinions on who I like the most, who I don't like the most. They're just opinions. Opinions are like a-holes. Everybody has them and they all stink. So, um, with that, I'll just go through. I'll share my screen and we will just go through across the top. I have, I think, all of them listed in my menu bar at the top. So we will just start from there. So if you are listening, I'm sorry. I will try to explain as much as I can. If you're just listening on a podcast platform, if you're watching on YouTube, then you can follow along. Um, and then I'll give web links. I'm not going to provide any links because there are so many of them at the bottom of it. But if you do have any questions, if you do want the link, normally the name of their show is their um, link to their website. So there's a couple of them that are a little bit different, but it's not that hard to figure out. So with that, we are going to Pixel Pro Displays. And I got to move myself here so I can have somebody to talk to because I don't think I've ever done this by myself. And this is kind of strange. So if I get real quiet, it means I lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me in a minute, but uh, it happens every once in a while. So normally when somebody else is talking, I can think about something else. So, um, but the BPD, they do have the Sequence Club. And it, like I said, the guys are super awesome. Robert helped me out so much last year. I was so far behind. My groups were just in turmoil, and he got everything straightened out. I gave him control of my computer. I went outside. He would turn something on. I would say, no, this came on, and we would get everything fixed. And then he messed with me a little bit. Well, that should be turning on. But no, that's Robert, though. Love him to death. But these guys they do an excellent job. So, and with that, I am going to go to holiday sequences. And Robert Jamie has been just putting out some crazy stuff. Crazy good stuff. He's been real busy here lately. He's been adding a lot to the store. If you followed the groups or the X Lights vendor page, he's been putting a lot of stuff on there. And and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he puts out a storyline mega tree and storyline matrix with PPD's monthly sequence. So if you do have more than one mega trees like myself, I would love to go there. I think they're dollars, and I don't remember 100%. I don't want to throw out the wrong price. Um, but you could pick those up if you're part of the affiliate or part of the Pixel Pro Displays Club. He is on the affiliate page, and you can go through that way and hopefully save you a few dollars. I have saved a ton this year with the vendors that I've used. Everything that I've gotten, I've saved. And I just got my 12 power supplies in. Woohoo! Thank you. So, but he does an excellent job. The storyline matrix, the storyline mega tree. Robert did a video, I believe it's 2 years ago now, for the 16 pix tree. So if you do download a tree, it is super easy to get it imported, get it into your display. All the timing is the same on it. It worked absolutely awesome. I did. Oh shoot! I did two of them last year. I can't remember. I think one was Frosty the Snowman, and I don't remember what the next one was. But it is super easy. I mean, I watched the video. I would have the video on one screen while I did it on another, and Robert did an excellent job with that. So super easy to do. Um, so, but he has put out, I've watched some videos actually today that Robert Jamie has done. Very nice job on the sequences and stuff. So, next one is Showstoppers. I know I already mentioned them once. Showstoppers.com. It's Michael and Diana Stoffergen. So I've said their name 100 times, so it kind of rolls off the tongue now. It's easy. So with the way that they had us remember how to say it. So now he has changed up. Like I said, he has changed up his layout. And I'm not going to click on any of the links or any of the shows because I don't want YouTube to flag it because we don't have the rights for that music or anything like. I don't know how any of that works. Keith and JR do all the posting to YouTube and the podcast platforms. So I don't want it to get flagged and then we have to fight battles because we don't own rights to that music or whatever. So excuse me, but they do have a ton of music. They have redid the layout. They have also worked, and I don't know if it's in here yet. They've also worked on a numbering system for your grouping, for your groups, and for how your layout. I believe there's a category 1, 2, and 3 that if you use them exclusively, then it's perfect. It'll work out awesome for you. If you don't, then you may have to do a little fine tuning. That's why I'm old school. I use my notebook and I write a lot of stuff down. When I download the sequence, I'll open it up, or after, unzip it and stuff, open it up in that location in X Lights, and I'll play it and I'll watch it and I'll take a look at, how they did their groups. What do they add in the whole display? Is the mega tree in there? Is the matrix in there? And then I'll render it and I'll save it. And it saves the file path to all that stuff. So then when you go to map it to your display, it makes it so much easier. Because my first year, I didn't know about that. And if there was any kind of pictures or animation or, something on the matrix, a movie clip, then I would have to go in and physically change the folder and link it to that. And it was such a pain, and it would take me like 4 hours, 5 hours to map a sequence. After I learned that trick, and Clyde helped me out with that, and I'm going to go back to Clyde and Robert a lot. So, but they helped me out with that, helped me understand it. And now, it takes 15 minutes, and, a couple minutes to render. And then I may fine tune. I have some stuff that I have the always on. So that was quotation marks for the people that are, that are listening. But, it's the always on stuff, like my Tune 2 sign. I have in pixels now. So it's always going to stay. I mean, I'm in Montana, so there's not, a ton of radio stations here. I'm not fighting for frequencies. So I can probably leave it at my 95.5 for, quite a few years. So I did it in pixels. I didn't want to use a P10 panel, as a scrolling message, Tune 2, and so I just did it in pixels so I can use my P10 panel for something else. So, but Showstoppers, going back to them, sorry, I went on a little rampage there, but Showstoppers, they do an awesome job. Michael is just fantastic. And I hear he's got more stuff coming out. With Memorial Day coming up, excuse me, with Memorial Day coming up, check these sites and see who's having a sale. Check the X-Lights vendor page. If you're not on that page, by all means, get on it. A lot of them post there, and they are always having sales on there. And in my opinion, that's the best time to get something is when it's on sale. So some sites you may have to be quick. They may be only doing 50, 120, something like that. But if you just happen to be on Facebook, check it, see what's on it. So the next one we have is Richard Wren's Custom Light Creations. Richard, Richard's awesome, man. I love that dude. He sends me stuff he's working on in a PM, and it's just so incredible the stuff that he does. The timing that he uses is just it's so awesome. And we were talking the other day for something that he shared with me, and I told him, I says, dude, you showed me a sequence that has those animated swinging bells, the three bells from Biscoyo, and I got them my first year, and I'm like, that's too much. I can't do those. I couldn't figure out how to wire it, but I've learned since. And he had a sequence on there that had those bells on there. And I'm like, all right. I was talking to Carl because I knew Carl had the same ones. And I'm like, dude, Richard just showed me a sequence that had the swinging bells in there. I'm pushing pixels in them. I'm using them this year. And then I haven't seen another sequence that's had them since. But with submodeling, I think it'll look pretty good. You can submodel the 1, 2, and 3 separately, so I think it'll still be all right, even if the sequences don't actually have them on there, because you can put any effect on a different prop. If something's on a snowflake, you can put it on a Christmas bow. You can put it on bells. Say bell 2 that's in the middle. You don't have to limit it to just snowflakes. And I'm going to do that a lot this year with the help that I had from Simon Reed, that crazy Aussie. But he I don't know if he really talked me into it, but he's got a snowflake tree, and I just loved it. And it was awesome. So I got on and I designed mine. So I'll be moving a lot of stuff around so I get different effects going up and down that tree and across the tree. And it's got 3, 6, 12 snowflakes, and then the 5-pointed star at the five star on the end of stars at top. So it's going to be a lot of fun mapping to that. It ought to look really cool. So but yeah, Richard Wren does some crazy awesome work. His custom work is just absolutely amazing, and the stuff that he's putting in his store is just as awesome. I mean, it is really cool what he's doing and what he can do with X-Lights. It's incredible. So moving on to Sequence Solutions. This is sequencesol.com. And I'm looking for my notes. I got it out of order. This is Barry Wiles. And I was talking to some Floridians, if I'm saying that right, and they suggested talking to Barry for my show. So I do want to have Barry on. I haven't actually got in, to be totally honest. I haven't got in and actually looked at his stuff yet. I've kind of breezed through it real quick, but I haven't gone in and actually, diagnosed it for myself. So I do want to have him coming on the show. He is new to being a sequence vendor, as far as I understand, but he has done some custom work for, I believe it was Tom Stallings and Rob. So he does some crazy awesome work. I got to get in there and take a closer look at it and stuff. So, but that is sequencessol.com. So Sequence Solutions. Next up, this is Lilia Megan, Nutcracker123.com. I couldn't find I haven't used any of her stuff yet. I have seen some of her stuff, but I couldn't find a better page. I thought they had a different homepage, but this is what I ended up with. Oh, there we go. Sorry, my bad. A little ill prepared there. But she does some really good work. I have watched some of the YouTube or the Vimeo uh, links that she shared. So she does a really good job with these. Unfortunately, I haven't used any of her stuff yet, but I do want to get into more sequence vendors to have, you know, a different, even if it's the same song, you play it on a different night. If somebody's out there watching, they're like, oh, this is the same song we heard last night. And then they start watching the sequence to that, and they're like, oh, this is totally different. Because, I mean, and I'm sure you guys do too, I have multiple people come out. Currently, I'm the only show, you know, within probably 500 miles. I think Medicine Hat, Canada, is the closest to me. There's one over in Idaho, might be a little bit closer, but you know, for here in Montana, I'm the only one right now. Hopefully, Ace, dude, if you're listening, I got an F8 for you. Let's get you going. He's super busy right now. He's essential, so he is working his hind end off. So, but we are going to have him going, and the F8 that I won, I think I'm going to donate to him to get his mega tree and some props going, some outline on his house. So super awesome guy. He came over last year, and we kind of did a walk through. I think his kids got bored because we were talking so much, but we did a walkthrough through my display and stuff. So we're gonna have 2 displays up here in Great Falls, so that'll be awesome. So I keep messing with my earbuds. I don't know why I even got them in, mainly so I can hear myself talk, I guess. So, anyways, Nutcracker123.com. That is Lilia Megan. She does a fantastic job. So, next up is RGB Custom Displays. This was, oh, no, that's TJ. So, Cumber Rail, hopefully I'm saying that right. Again, I think he is fairly new to the sequencing. I have not got in and seen much of his stuff, or any of his stuff. I'm sorry. But I do want to get in there and take a look once stuff starts popping up. Like I said, he is fairly new to the sequence vendors. So, and does custom work also. So I am not into getting custom displays yet, because I'm not, well, I'll never be done with my display, let's be honest. But I'm still growing my show. So it would have to be a custom display that would be able to grow with my show as the years go by. So so I really, TJ, I'm sorry, I can't really say a whole lot because I don't know a whole lot about your sequences and stuff. So next up, Magical Light Shows. This is Tom Bet George. I do use some of his sequences. Last year I had him in my display. Amazing timing on his, and it's just, he has that wow factor in his show. As you're watching, you really get into the lights. The lights are telling the story as the music is being played. So does an awesome job with that. My Tom, I'm sorry, dude. The only thing I don't like is this tree on top of his star on top of his mega tree. So beautiful mega tree with a tiny little dinky star. Put a 3-ring star up there, would you please? But no, he does an amazing job. And like I said, I had 2 or 3 of his in my show last year. He has, and this was a huge hit. I only played it one night and I got yelled at for it. My last night was the Best of Disney Princesses. It's a 10-minute sequence medley, and I mean, it was awesome. I did a live on my Lights on the High Plains page. I did a live Facebook live from on that, and it was really cool. So definitely a good time. But yeah, Tom's and he does have some with the moving heads in there. That's out of my know-how so far. So, and with the airport being 4 miles away, I don't know if I can do that. I'd have to keep them low to the ground. Lights of the Night. This is, I believe, another new one. Jesse, I didn't get your last name, but lightsofthenight.com. I did watch, I believe it was Polar Express. This one was really cool. He did a really good job with that. The only thing when I was watching it, the only thing that kind of bugged me is the different angles when they're doing showing the sequence. And I know it's cool and stuff, but I want to see it from one viewpoint to the entire, and let me dissect it from that one viewpoint. But he does have a 360 tree, so but he does a really good job with that. So next one, pixel sequencing, customsequencing.com. I don't have a name on that. I'm not sure who was doing that. But I'm sure if you go to their website, you can get in touch with them. Looks like it's a lot of custom work, so you can get your custom show done, custom sequence done to your display, not a what I called last year an off the shelf type sequence. So next one we have is light 'em up sequences. This is new to me as well. I haven't been into it a whole lot. Singing faces. Oh, I did see this on Facebook as well. But I do love the singing faces on there. You would have to adjust if you just have the four singing faces, but that would be easy enough because he has the pixel bulbs on top and then the trees down on the garage. But but a very good job with those. I was watching those earlier. Um, and there's something I'm gonna have to ask because I don't know if you can take two different sequences to add singing faces on there. I don't know that, so somebody will have to let me know and say, "Oh, yeah, duh, Brian." But no, I don't know. But I would love to have a song that I've already gotten from one person, and then get the song from somebody else, or get the sequence from somebody else that has the singing faces, and then be able to incorporate the singing faces. Because this year I'm going to have the singing bulbs. I had the Nutcrackers from GE last year, and I failed. It was miserable. I tried to try to get them guys to sing, and it was an epic failure. I should have probably asked some more questions on that before I dove into them. But the singing bulbs, more people use them, I think, so it might be a little bit easier. It's probably the exact same concept as it would have been for the Nutcrackers, but we'll go from there. We'll see what's going to happen. Um, but yeah, I don't know if you can take two sequences and put them together to get the singing faces, to get the timing marks for the vowels. There we go. Whew, that was tough. So the next one we have is Lights of the Night. I think. Oh, did we just do that one? Yeah, duh. Okay, sorry, my bad. Rookie. All right. OG sequences. This is another one that I pulled off of Chris's list. Still, again, new to me, so I haven't gone into it. In case there's music on that, I don't want to click the video on there. 'Cause like I said, I don't want to get slammed for it. So, see if we can see their layout. Oh, that's nice. Okay, yeah, I got to do some research on this one. So, um, I haven't been into it yet. I'll have to get with, oh shoot, somebody help me. OG sequences. I don't think I have a name for it. I closed out Chris's link, so yeah, sorry. But yeah, I'll have to get in there and look at these. Again, it's Oscar Golf, sorry. Sequences.com. Go in and check them out. The layout looks really awesome. I love the layout. And I see more layouts are starting to incorporate the Tony Big fan. That's awesome. That's going to be pretty popular this year, I think. Tony did an excellent job with that. I was talking to him the other night, and I'm doing one, just one, um, a little bit bigger. It's the because I have the space for it. So I I have my arches. I had my mini fans, I guess you'd call them, that only had I think 9 spokes in it last year. That I did, and then Tony came out with this one that's got 20 some or whatever. Um, but I'm doing one that's going to be about 20 foot across, 10 foot high, because I have the room for it. And JR, I think somebody's going to hook me up with some pixels. So it's only going to take like 2,100 pixels to put in it. So that ought to be a lot of fun. But that's really cool because that's the kind of stuff I look at when I'm looking at somebody's layout, a vendor's layout. You know, I'm looking at what they have compared to what I have. Do they have pixel pulls? You know, how many different snowflakes do they have? You know, is it different snowflakes or is it just or different effects on the snowflakes, or is it always the same effects on the snowflakes? Which personally I don't like. I like different effects on different snowflakes. That's why we have different snowflakes. So, but again, like I said, opinions. You know what I think of those. So, but yeah, super awesome. Looks really cool. I'm definitely going to have to check this out. And I'm going to leave all these windows open and do some research tomorrow. Today I was just slammed with honeydews, school for the kids, and then I had to build some stuff for the wife so they can open up some dining rooms. The next one we have is Visionary Light Shows. I don't think I put it at that. VisionaryLightShows.com. Oh, I must have clicked on that from somewhere else because I don't have that in my notebook. So I am really slacking. So let's go to the sequences. Um, Oh, I did click on this. I did go into this. This Christmas bounce, Christmas layout. This is a pretty catchy tune. There's no singing in it, but it's kind of a medley. Don't let the artwork uh, distract you. But it was actually pretty decent sequence on it. Uh, how they worked it in. Some of it, um, some of it I think maybe had maybe one or two missed opportunities, but all in all, it was an excellent job. It's easy enough that you could take something and fill it in with it. So, but that was the only one I looked at. Um, unless I think I did the Pentonics as well. So, but yeah, it was a pretty decent job. So I enjoyed it. Um, Luminous Light Show. Oh, we are getting into LOR. I did want to throw some LOR stuff in here, but I cannot believe. Oh my gosh, he is going to kill me. Um, RGB sequences. Where did I put you? Oh man, I cannot believe this. See, now you're going to see my typing skills. I am so sorry, Simon. I thought I had you already up there. So Simon does an awesome job, and he's the one that got me going with um, my snowflake tree. Mine's not quite as fancy as his. Mine will be a little bit different, but that's what makes the shows, the layouts unique, is the personal touches that we add to it. So might be as tall, I think. I don't know if I'm gonna have that kind of spacing. I do have a video of how he did his build on it, so I'm gonna kind of model after that uh, uh, for my snowflake tree, and it's gonna be so cool. I was gonna put it right in the middle of the front porch, but I think because of build and standing it up, I think I am going to move it out to the left or right side of the house, so it's easier to, kind of bring up and stand up and get pinned in, so it doesn't blow over. Because I do got to anchor my stuff down pretty good. We do have wind. We had 84-mile-an-hour gusts after Christmas last year in January, and of course, my stuff was still up because of the weather, but everything held up great. I didn't have anything moved, so the rugged pole stayed rugged. And even my little matrix, or my little mega tree, it was only I think it's 12 foot in the air, and it's inch and a half top rail with 3 guy wires on it, and it didn't move. And it's round pipe, but no, it didn't move at all. So but guy wires are the key. The rugged pole, I didn't have any guy wires on it. It's got about 500 pounds of concrete holding the sleeve in, so I don't think it was going to take a little bit more than that to knock it down. Simon does have 2 layouts. He does have a light and a standard. I am going to get with him, and we kind of talked about it, or I kind of hinted at it when I did interview him, about doing a pro layout, a little bit more involved with maybe the snowflake tree, but uh, but he does an excellent job, so no issues there at all. And then now we're going to get into the LOR side of it, because I did want to throw it in there in case there's some LOR listeners. I know I interviewed Aubrey, so sorry, Cole from Luminous Harmony Lights. Super awesome gal. She was so fun to talk to. She is an LOR master, grandmaster. She is absolutely incredible with it. She has donated some giveaways. Well, a lot of these people have donated giveaways to some contests that's gone on in different groups. But she, 16 channel, I think is what they go by. But yeah, she does an excellent job. She donated some to that. So, and I don't know, David, can I say this? She's going to be part of a special project that David Spalding and some other members are working on with Richard Wren. So she is going to do the LOR side of it for David and us. So the next one I have, and I haven't been to this one, is Whimsical Light Shows. This was new to me. I didn't know anything about them. It was on Chris's list. So I do need to do a little bit more research and see what I think of these guys. I like the layout so far. That's about the only thing I've really touched on, was the layout. But it does look like they do some stuff with moving heads. So if you have moving heads, that's awesome. But a lot of their stuff is coming soon. So hopefully they get going on that. But, check back the sites periodically. Again, this is Whimsical Lights. WhimsicalLightShows.com. So, and I did throw this one in there. He does have some sequences. I know he works with another vendor, but he does have some stuff in there for himself. Doug Reel. I do like his layout a lot. His Snowflake Tower is so awesome. I know some people have modeled after that Snowflake Tower. So, but he does a very, very nice job with his sequences. And then we're going to get into some free ones. Of course, you do have the share folder. You can get to that through the xlights.org. They have, you got to be picky and choosy. It is, and I'm going to say it's time consuming, because you have to pick one out, especially if you don't know who the sequencer is. Pick one out, open it up, render it, watch it, see if you like it, see if it has some LOR stuff in it, because some of it does have LOR sequences in there. See if it works on your display. If not, delete it, trash can it, move on to the next one. There are some, and I'm gonna name drop a few that I do use. Bret, I'm not gonna try your last name. Call him Yakimi. He does an excellent job. He also has a website that he offers his free sequences to. He's not going to post on the share folder anymore, but you can go to his, and I do have his link up here. I was talking to him earlier this evening. Um, um, oh gosh, I'm totally Keith Hoyle does an amazing job. He has some sequences in here I have used my first year. I've used him my second year. He did his own version of the For God and Country Little Drummer Boy. Excellent job. Just he is very skilled. I love his work that he does. If he puts another one on there this year, I will definitely download it and map it to my display. So awesome work, Keith. I love your work. So the next one I have is the Sequence Armoury. And, with the people's permission that are uploading their stuff, their sequences to the share drive, we ask them if we can put it on here. These are free. You can get in here and pick which ones you like. You can actually watch it instead of just guessing to see if it's going to be any good or not. And then you can map it to your display from here. So, and that's one benefit, I guess, would be off of the share drive, would be using the Sequence Armoury. You can click the link and actually watch it before you download it or anything, and map it to your display. So I do like that. I have gone and used a few of these in my show last year. So this is Bret's page, Yaki. So Yakimic, so sorry, Bret, .com. You can find him. You can easily send him a message. He'll get back to you right away. He's a really nice guy. So really fun to talk to this evening. But he does have his free sequences in here. He does do a wonderful job with his sequences, and for free, yeah, I mean, you really can't beat that. So it's really awesome. So and then the last one there he was at the end. Why in the heck was he there? Sorry. Okay. So that's the list that I had, guys. I know, I'm sorry, I kind of ran on for about 45 minutes. But I wanted to get all of them out there and just let you know that there is more than just one. Go out there, go to the websites, click the link, watch the video on their layout and stuff, and see if it'll work for yours. Depending on what you have for stars, what you have for trees, what you have for mega trees, arches, pixel poles. I'm adding pixel poles this year, so that's something that I wanted to incorporate. And I'm still wanting to do spiral trees, but somebody's going to be making them out of metal, and I'm still waiting on word, because the plastic ones that I picked up at the end of the year, Christmas this year, they're not going to work. I put pixels on them, and I think if the wind goes over 15 miles an hour and it's already negative degrees or below freezing, I think the plastic is just going to snap. So if you guys use spiral plastic trees, let me know your weather. Let me know if they work for you. I have pixels all on them and stuff, but I'm probably going to rip them off. Use the pixels for the metal ones if they are ever made. You know who I'm talking to. But anyways, a quick rundown. We had Pixel Pro displays, holiday sequences, Showstopper sequences, RGB Custom Displays, Nutcracker 123, Magical Light Show, Custom Light Creations, Sequence Solutions, RGB Sequences, Luminous Harmony Lights. I do have Crockett Fantasy lights in here. I don't know if they have anything new, but I did have that on my notepad. I didn't have a link up there on the screen for it. But there's Pixel Sequences, customsequences.com, Light 'em Up Sequences, Lights of the Night, and then of course the share folder and the Armoury, Sequence Armoury and stuff. So let me know what you guys think. I do want to get back to interviewing, but I did, because of all the Pixel vendors out there, I did want to kind of go through and make sure everybody was aware that, there's more than just 3 main, 2 main, 4 main sequence vendors out there. There is more for us, and and I think as word gets out and more sequencers kind of fine tune their game, I think there'll be a little bit more competition between them. And I if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Competition between vendors makes it better for the consumer. So, and there's nothing wrong with competition. That's what keeps us young. It does cause gray hairs, but it does make us young. So let me know what you guys think. Oh, shoot. I better throw this in. I don't know where it went. You guys want to stand by for a commercial real quick for me? I don't know where it's going here. I may not even have it. I don't know. It's in here somewhere. If not, we'll just fake it and one. So, well, heck with it. We got them on the screen. They've been on the screen all day, so all night. All right. I am so sorry for rambling on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It wasn't kind of what I wanted to do, but for the time, moving to the third week is kind of messing up my system a little bit. It's kind of like skipping breakfast, I guess. So, but we'll get in the swing of things. We'll make things better. And if you got any suggestions, like what Tom had for talking to Barry and stuff, and Barry, if you listen, send me a PM. Let's get together. I want to have you on the show and talk about what you've been doing, what you got for sequences. So with that, I will wish everybody, well, for me, it's a good night, but again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We'll see ya. Bye.
Once again, the Professional Triers Holiday Lighting Show has raised the bar, teaming up with another awesome sponsor, Zazzle, to provide you, our VIP listeners, with some cool, awesome, one-of-a-kind Professional Triers gear, including the Hot or Not shot glass, the Blinky Flashy Lowdown notebook, the Professional Triers Blinky Gear beer stein, the ever-so-popular David Peace Not a Vendor t-shirt, the must-have Robert Petty Make Rob Great Again t-shirt, the one-of-a-kind Jordan Nash
Do you like my decorations?
t-shirt, and of course the must-have Professional Triers Blinky t-shirt, and much, much more. You can even create your own one-of-a-kind Professional Triers gear. So go to trierswag.com, that's TRIERSSWAG.com, and get your Professional Triers gear today.